I already know not to get married, so you guys tell me anything about that.
All right, we're live now, quit talking. Let's call this meeting to order of the street committee for September 11th, 2025. Looks like everybody's here, supposed to be here except for Ryan French, and he's on his way. Anybody want to approve the minutes?
I move to approve.
I'll second it. All right. There you go. Throw them that way. All right, let's appoint a new chairman. Open the,
I nominate Mark Messick.
do I hear a second anywhere? Yeah, I'll second it, I guess.
All right.
All right. So we're not, we're good, 2-0, right?
Yep.
Comments from citizens? We have none, therefore we have no comments. Howard Parker, let's talk about Howard Parker for a little while. I hope he's watching this. He needs to be. All right. Howard Parker wants us to fix his driveway on Hills Chapel. There's Ryan French. Let it be known that Ryan French has arrived. Right on time.
I
Yep.
announced it, Ryan. I love it.
Yep. Right in. So Howard Parker wants us to fix his driveway at Hills Chapel Apartments. And we're going to. Howard Parker wants it done today. And so he's asked if we donate $2,000 to the cause and let him pay for the rest of it. And we said,
No, because I mean, it's only gonna charge me $1,900 and something to, when Rogers Group does our street paving, they're gonna come in and pave it. But at first, it started out at 4,500 or 5,000, then it went to 45, so.
so if it's gonna cost us $1,900 and
That's up to
something
y'all
dollars,
if you wanna do it.
I'm just saying, the first time we talked about this, there was $1,000 or more difference in what it would.
Yeah, so, we went and refigured it and figured it a little bigger for what he was talking about. And it was $1,942.98.
So if we're just swapping dollars, I don't know that it matters.
Well, that's what I'm
Really?
saying,
Yeah.
if he'll do it for that 1,900 instead of 2,000.
What happened? I mean, how did we get into this? I mean, why
Because
are
we had to, cut it across his driveway going into the, Hills Chapel Apartments to put in a new tile, to update the tile, so. we-
And he's in a hurry because he's
Yeah,
got
because he's
somebody
trying to
looking at it and he
yeah.
wants to have it all fixed up nice and I understand that, you know.
And I mean, I would agree, right? If we're just swapping money, just let them do it. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$58.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll let him know.
Well, you got to just vote on it.
Well, yes, we gotta vote on it, but we all agreed to it.
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we're going $2,000. $1,942, right, George?
Yeah,
Who's the liaison for him to send us a bill so we know what to pay? I mean, if he'll just send us a bill, we'll get him paid.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll fall into the
Yeah.
pile of never getting done.
now usually he's been corresponding with me as far as, texts and.
Okay.
Just ask him to bring us a bill up here and we'll get him paid.
All right, that's pretty easy. Now let's talk about, even though you didn't put Hills Chapel on here, let's talk about Hayfield Square. Okay? There's part of Hayfield Square, he owns the duplexes, Hayfield Square. There's a part of Hayfield Square that's not a city street. He wants to have it become a city street, okay? And we talked about, George and I went and looked at it. And the reason it couldn't become a city street, we were under the impression that setbacks were not good enough, far enough, wide enough. So we're back, Brittany. Are they?
So I think that he could probably meet the setbacks because the R4 setbacks have changed to 20 foot on the front. But it's not just a matter of us taking in the pavement and moving on. He would have to dedicate a certain amount of right-of-way. Minimum right-of-way dedication is, by subdivision regulations, 50 foot So with the 50-foot, from just generic measuring, it looks like there's 90 foot between the two duplexes there where that right-of-way would have to be positioned. So he may or may not be able to, it's a super close call, it would have to be a surveyed matter. There is the 22-foot width of
The road.
poorly maintained pavement there.
Right.
And potential 50-foot right-of-way. It's about a 315-foot length section of roadway. There is a section in the municipal code for adopting existing streets that are not currently city streets. I provided you all with those requirements. Number one, the street is to serve 2 or more property owners. Technically, the street's not serving 2 or more property owners.
It's one on each side.
It's the same property owner, this.
Oh, I got you, I got
those-
you.
All of those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
owned by the
yeah,
same,
yeah.
it's all on the same
Okay.
parcel. And then Mr. Powers has access from the highway to his properties. So I don't see that it's necessarily serving the 2 property owners. And it says that it has been maintained by the city in the past, I can't speak for that. George says he's never paved it.
I've never paved it, we've
Uh,
always paved up to Hayfield Square.
And then it says has direct access to a city street, which of course it does have direct access to a city street, which is the existing Hayfield Square. And this says a minimum right-of-way of 40 feet, so they may be able to get away with a right-of-way of 40 feet rather than the typical 50 there due to that part of the municipal code. The street, of course, would have to be dedicated by the owner, and has been open to the public for a minimum of 5 years. It's met that standard. And then adversely used, but for more than 20. And then it has to be accepted it has to be sent to the planning commission and then accepted by the board of mayor and aldermen as well. So there is a process for it. It could potentially happen, but he would have to go through a surveyor, get a right-of-way dedication deed written up and everything like that. Well, George's concern, from what I understand, is the construction of the roadway. It is old, it hasn't been maintained. So I don't feel that the city would want to take that on until it was absolutely meeting construction standards. And then fire, emergency, ingress, egress, we have the concern of, typical dead-end streets are provided with a 96-inch diameter cul-de-sac. That's simply not possible here.
But it's not a dead-end street.
It would be a dead-end street if we were to accept the right-of-way, because on the map you see, Storage Lane is actually not a city right-of-way. It is privately owned by Mr. Powers, as is Hayfield Circle coming from Woodbury Highway. So should Mr. Powers or any future owner of that Storage Lane or Hayfield Circle going to Woodbury Highway want to gate off that blue circled area there, they absolutely could, and we couldn't do anything about it. So that would leave a dead-end street there, which they could do that as a city right-of-way or not as a city right-of-way. So there's just a lot of different things to consider. I think that it'll be there no matter what, whether it's a city right-of-way or not a city right-of-way. If the city is to take it in, it will simply be a cost to the city. I don't see it benefiting the city in any form or fashion to take in that right-of-way.
So, in totality, Hayfield Circle this is all private?
Yes, from Woodbury Highway to Storage Lane, that portion of Hayfield Circle, which actually I don't think that's what it's called, I'm not sure why the tax map calls it out as Hayfield Circle right there, is privately owned, it's not a city street.
And then, of course, you said storage lane.
Storage Lane, it is linked to Mr. Powers' property that fronts exit 110 ramp.
I mean, looking at this, I'd be for it, because it looks like you said, Mark, it would connect to Woodbury Highway, but technically it doesn't connect to Woodbury
Yeah.
Highway.
George, what do you think?
I mean, if he's wanting to try to do the acceptance, letting the city take it over, at least pave it, bring it up somewhat, because if not, taxpayers are gonna have to pay for having to pave his road and then us accept it as a city street. I think that if he would just bring it up to city codes, and then we could look at accepting it then, that would be my
Yeah,
recommendation.
I'm not real
I
keen.
mean, I know people's used it over the years,
Yeah,
but,
I'm not real keen on signing up to fix
yeah.
problems that aren't ours.
But it can't be brought up to city code.
That's it, that's what we need to know. I mean, nobody wants him to do the survey and pave that, and then the city says, no, we're not gonna take it,
Right.
you know? So,
So in that,
we need to know whether we can
Cul-de-sac
take it or
is-
not.
well, once he brings it up, I mean, of course, it'd be up to the board mayor and all to accept it.
From a construction standpoint, he could bring it up to city standards. From a planning, subdivision regulation survey situation, it's not.
The only thing that's stopping that's the dead end, right?
So could that be, is that grandfathered in, or is that something that's,
I mean, there are dead-end streets that are just simply dead-end streets all over town that are just pre-existing and have been there for years. And it's not a significant length, it's 315, I mean, it is a significant length, but.
At this point, it's only technically a dead end.
Well, it's just, yeah, it's technicality, because if there was a fire, they would, I mean, unless, like you said, somebody did block that off.
Yeah, which
Well,
apparently,
that's
it's
fine.
currently not blocked off, but I mean,
Yeah.
we can't
Yeah,
control that
it's,
now.
yeah.
well, it doesn't, I mean, if there's a fire and we
But if it's-
don't accept it and they block,
They're still gonna have to
it's
use
still
it.
gonna have to come around, so that really
Yeah.
doesn't mean a lot. I mean, I understand, I know what you're saying.
I mean, does it make sense to send it to planning and zoning first and then come back here? Because, I mean, just a
That way
question,
the
because to me,
city-
it sounds like there's more questions
Yeah.
about the planning and zoning side.
I don't know that she needs, I don't know that he needs to go to the planning and zoning
Says it.
committee, but he
Feel
needs
that there
to
needs
talk
to
to
be
her.
some additional footwork or construction work done before it goes before any committee or commission in the future.
So, but you know what needs to happen, right?
Right.
So if I put him in touch with you, y'all can work this out.
George and I have tried to meet with him
Okay.
before, and
Yeah, he couldn't come because he works in Nashville. We've tried to meet him a couple of times over, at least once, I know.
Why, do you know why he wants us to adopt it?
have you seen the pictures of the conditions?
But is that why?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
he's wanting
pretty
us to
rough,
bring it
it needs
up,
to be fixed if you're gonna use it.
but we would have, I mean, that would have to be done before.
And there's nothing stopping him from fixing it,
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be on him,
yeah.
not the
Either-
city.
yeah, yeah.
But that's what, I think he's asking the city maybe to try to help him
Oh.
get it paid and bring it up
I think he understands that he's gonna have to bring it up to city standards before we accept it. I think
Yeah.
the big thing is that once he does that,
Will the city accept it?
Yeah.
And as long as his, goes through planning, you know, Ms. Brittany here, see if it's something, if he wants to do all the work that it takes to get it done.
I think that's the question to answer before we spend any more time on it, is, you know, if we're willing to look at it, the first step has to be, he has to be willing to bring it to standard.
And I'm not sure that we could pass it contingent. I don't think we can.
no, I don't even want to.
I wouldn't, yeah.
I don't want to, but here's the thing, if you're gonna hold fast on that 96-foot cul-de-sac, then there's no need to even talk about this. So I guess my question is, are we gonna grandfather this in, or is there a way around that, or what can we do?
I don't know that this is a grandfather matter, it would be more of a variance matter.
Yeah, he's gonna end up in that other committee first. You got setbacks, I mean, the things that she just went through, I mean, it.
Yeah, so I would want compliance met on the setback.
And we gotta get that municipal code fixed. When we change our setbacks, we should change that in everything, that 40 feet. We need to get,
Oh, so the right-of-way width that's in the municipal code, that's coming from the subdivision regulations, which
Yeah.
actually isn't in the municipal code, it's its own set of
we need to get that up.
regulations.
Okay. So when I talk to him, the best advice I can give him is just to pave it and use it. Cause he can't put it in a cul-de-sac,
Probably be more feasible to him to just pave it himself.
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
That's gonna have to happen regardless,
Right,
so.
right. I'm good with that. All right, discussion on purchase of a recycling truck from Coffee County Rural Solid Waste. Are you leaving?
I
Thank you,
am,
Brenda.
I have places to be.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you, guys.
you're the first one out of every meeting, you know that?
You gotta change the agenda, make her go last.
I know it, yeah, yeah. So let's talk about the recycle truck in Coffee County.
So what you have going here is, we got two trucks, and ours are what we,
It's a 97 and an 04.
so we have 04 and 97. Coffee County has approached George, and Tim Morris is called. They have by their code, every so many years, they have to buy something. Ours, we keep them until they're, so.
Till they're 97s or.
And listen, the good part is I'm proud they did ask us, right? I mean, that's showing some neighborly stuff here. They're buying a new one, and the letter that they wrote, they're not gonna trade it in, they're gonna offer it to us because they said we would be interested. They put the value to us at $100,000 for a 2015. As George has given you different sheets where we did some research to say, hey, is that a good deal or not? Looks like it's a $50,000 to $70,000 deal for us to pick up the same vehicle. Our intent would be is if we do say okay, we will sell the two we have, and they're probably worth 30 to 35 total. So, you know, we would have about $60,000 to $70,000 in a vehicle that we know is worth more than what we actually agreed to buy it for. We wouldn't ask the general fund to do this, as we've been doing with some other stuff. We would take it out of the sanitation fund. And, you know, we've been on a good cycle within the city to update our stuff, and we won't need another one for 5 to 10
Oh,
years.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
bought the last two from them.
yeah, so it's just that,
They've really worked well for us. They've been garage kept, and the maintenance has been up to date on them and all that.
so we're just asking for everybody to look at that and see what you think, right?
And a new one's over 400,000.
Yeah. I'm not interested in that.
We use it for the cardboard recycling is what we do.
So you're going for, but we're selling 2 to 1, is that gonna affect?
No, right now.
We have a spare because sometimes you have to work on one of them.
Yeah.
1 and 97?
Yeah. Or we'd already sold the other one,
Yeah.
okay, just, that's.
You got a truck and a parts truck?
We do the best we can to keep one of them going, and I mean, you know, we had an opportunity, it come out of nowhere, it wasn't planned, we didn't,
No, he
you know.
just come up and said he
It
was
just,
mine,
they,
so I just had to bring
they're
it.
again, you know, little ups to Coffee County for at least thinking about us, okay?
I'll make a motion, we just send it to full board, is that?
Yeah, it'll go, I mean, it's above our committee.
It doesn't have to go, does it have to go through
We're
finance?
gonna put it on finance, we'll make sure everybody's happy about where we're gonna pull the money from, and then we'll send it to the board is what we'd like to do.
Did you ever get an answer about why we have to take things to the board that's in the budget?
Because the comptroller and task says we have to, Anthony's working on a little of that. You know, I'm like you, right? We say we're gonna spend $200,000 on vehicles, and what we've been doing is if it's under our threshold for committee approval, we don't go to the board. It's just when we have to go over that 35,000 per our purchasing stuff, you know, we haven't never upped that side of it. Remember, we upped what a director could do. And maybe long-term, we look at upping what a committee can do, and that'll stop a lot of it. But that's really the trigger, is the committee can only go to a certain number. And
Was your motion? Yeah, I mean.
Seconded.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor, any discussion, any more discussion? Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Department, oh,
No, you can go ahead, you're doing good.
Department updates. We've been working on the, bridges, like the sides for the bridges. We got the Old Tellum Highway done, and then they finished up Century Street today. So we still like the one at Oakdale and Century, but I've got to look at our plans for our sidewalk project to see what it has to have. I'm gonna have my plans together first before we start the, side of it. So it may be something that we can do all at the same time. We've been painting HR's office up here, got it done. And if you're, I know a lot of people's getting complaints about the 110 and the 114. S&W has got all of the lights fixed that they can fix. Everything else is we have to wait on the TDOT project the grant coming
Yeah,
through.
and we spent, right at $14,000 at each exit, putting the Band-Aid back on, because we had no lights.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was worth it.
It's a lot better than it was.
In last year's budget, we asked George to stick some money in there just for that, to get us to where the new lighting's coming. We're told it's spring of '26.
Yep.
And we were getting quite a few complaints. It was just dark all in general, so yes.
And a lot of the wiring is bad under the interstate, so that's going.
That grant's huge, that's a
Yes.
big, it's a
Yeah.
huge deal.
That'll be big for us.
We're gonna start painting here in the boardroom at the end of the month. Our department is.
For God's sakes, can you get somebody to hang a clock back up
That's
there?
my boy right there. I did not ask you to say that.
I find some of that very hard to believe between the two of y'all. And, you know,
That was pretty good.
You ought to have to sit beside him.
I'll trade.
No, you won't either.
He was pretty good.
I didn't laugh that time.
We're still cutting back the green waste, the little bushes and trees, trying to help that.
Try to see the water, right? So when you're walking down there, nobody can jump out. I mean, it's.
It's helping a whole
It
lot.
is.
Hey, I had a conversation yesterday with I will interrupt you, but I won't
No,
interrupt
that's
just a minute. We had a conversation yesterday with the ag leader for Coffee County, the little Willis girl. I shouldn't say that. She's not, Miss Willis, you know. And she's she wants to be very helpful if we'll let her. She wants to help us with landscaping around City Hall, as far as taking down the big stuff, and she wants to she can draw it out and put it out and knows what kind of plants we need to plant so they don't get too big, don't get too, you know, and I'm sure she'd be glad to do that for that too.
So yes, if you'll send me her information, we'll put her in touch with Nicholas down at the park.
Okay.
He grows trees and everything inside of the greenhouse we have, and I think that would be extremely
I
well.
thought, yeah, well, she's gonna send you an email.
Okay.
Just
So,
make sure I
yeah.
get some contact
Yeah.
on it.
I'm sorry, George,
No,
go
it's
ahead.
fine. We have received our 2 knuckle boom trucks. Thank y'all for that. We're waiting on the titles. Hopefully they'll be here this week before we can get them tagged.
I think they were extra.
The titles.
What?
And we did have a Ken Tate that has retired.
Yeah.
So we had a little lunch over there for Ken Tate. He's
Yep, that was a
retired.
good
Been there
deal,
17 years.
Yeah, y'all did good with that.
We have had our parking lot at the Public Works sealed and restriped. The Seal Right people did it for us. And also I handed out a monthly, for the month of August for our department. So I won't bore you with it, so if you got any questions, it has animal control on it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer or try to answer them.
I guess we're full in animal control,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are.
So there's 102 complaints
Yep.
about people with dogs running around?
Well, it could be anything for running dogs, dead animals.
Just 102 total complaints, didn't necessarily have anything to do with dogs?
No, it's all.
All about
animal
animals,
related,
okay,
yes.
all right.
Yeah, because we have ours set.
You had anybody call about bobcats?
Bobcats, I have not.
We have a massive bobcat running
Really?
right back through, just,
I
so
seen
everybody,
that picture the other day that somebody said they were getting their chickens or something.
I saw that too.
But
I
thought
think
it
that was in,
the county, but
yeah.
okay.
we've had 2 chickens and 2 turkeys, and the neighbors had 4 chickens, all this one bobcat.
What bothers me about this is I had a dead armadillo in front of my house. I didn't know I could just call George to come get it. I had to
Now
scoop
you
it
do.
up, I had to scoop it up myself.
Yeah, if anybody has a dead animal on the road, all they do is call animal control, they'll come pick it up.
I witnessed, I'm not gonna say a neighbor, but someone in the proximity scoop an animal up and throw it in the middle of the road.
I'm sure that's happening.
I'm not saying it didn't happen in this case.
I was like, what are they doing? Then I saw the city truck come the next day and I was like, oh my God.
All right. I have some other items of interest, but do you all have some other items of interest?
No, sir, I'm good.
I just wanna say, like, I've had multiple people this week, and I don't know why, it's just kinda all come at once, but I've had 6 conversations about sidewalks, all positive stuff. I think some of Steve Jernigan tagged me on my birthday or something and said something about sidewalks, and so multiple people reached out to me, but it's just,
They're
it's
doing a good job.
exactly what we wanna hear. I mean, it's been a long time coming,
Those
but,
people using them
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
I can't
Coffee
wait for
Street.
Oak Street.
Oh, yeah.
Oak Street's the one that just is like, that's gonna
Yeah,
really
that'll help.
make things safe.
And when we get all of Coffee Street finished, that'll make
Yes,
a lot of
and that'll be
difference.
a lot better.
Because if you can get from 55 to where we got the sidewalk, your chances of living the rest of the way home greatly improves. But it's just narrow from there, you know, and that needs to be, and I don't know, what are we waiting on, George?
We're waiting on TDEC to, everything's been sent to the state.
That's the one with the bugs, right?
Yeah.
And that's
So-
gonna be great, cause it's
And
gonna
we
look
can't
good.
do anything
Be
until
nice.
they get their part done.
Geez, it's been 2 years.
Yeah. And it's a slow process that you have to do. There's a lot of,
Maybe Marshall Blackburn speed it up a little bit. Who
maybe.
knows? If,
And I didn't hand you out. I didn't hand out, I know like the budget, I'm just gonna tell you what percentage we're at.
okay.
I didn't hand it out because I just got it.
Yeah, and so on the
So we
budgets,
will.
right, we got, I told everybody we would start, and that's what George has got, is the first set of templates. We start to meet with Anthony as departments. What happened is, it took a little time to get everything loaded up from last year, so you know what you're comparing to. We finally got all that done, and we're going through right now, because if you want the details of it, I'll be glad to give them to you, and we'll get them for you. But we're just trying to give you line items, not all the stuff that's going on, and then you can tell if we're spending the money correctly and those things. And then in budget and finance, you'll get all of the specifics, okay? So we're working through a few templates, but
Sorry, that had nothing to do with this meeting.
there's a lot going on right there.
Right now, we're on our sanitation fund at 38.9%.
And that's for 2 months,
Yep.
but if you remember correctly, we didn't budget the knuckle boom trucks and stuff in there, but we did decide to spend the money out of there.
And then our public works, we're at 15.1%. So
And 2 months in, you should be,
16 is the number, he's right there, right around it, so, yeah.
yep.
So I'm sorry I didn't give you a copy of it.
Well, that's fine.
But I'll get you a copy
We're
of it.
good.
And that's all I have.
I want to talk about bridges.
All right.
All right, there's, the way I understand this is there are several bridges that belong to the state in the city.
Yep.
Yeah.
The state does the upkeep on those bridges. And if one is to be torn down or demolished, then the state takes care of that.
Right.
So we really don't have any expense in the state on bridges. All right, the states are always rated, like
Mhm.
poor, fair, good.
Yeah.
And then they have a number rating that goes with them,
Mhm.
91% or 57%, or you have to get down in the 40s to be considered poor, it looks like, yeah. So what about the city bridges? Do they
Well-
get checked ever so
We-
often?
We do go by and look at them, but of course, I'm not a certified bridge inspector. That would have to pay like St. John's or somebody to inspect them, but we do look at them. And that's what we're doing on some of our bridges now, is like repairing the sides and then like the cracks that's underneath them, we're, filling them in, doing what we can. As far as being certified to inspect them, no, I'm not.
Have we ever had one fall through?
Not that I'm aware of.
Sooner or later, we're gonna have to replace some of them, right?
Eventually, yes.
How many city bridges are there?
So I don't know off the top of my
I
head.
got you right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And most of them are fair. Nothing's rated, there's only 1, 2, 3 that's rated good.
And who made that rating?
That was T-Dot.
T-Dot made that rating?
On
And-
city bridges?
No, on the ones that the state inspects.
What about the
Okay.
city-owned, city responsible?
George made those decisions.
All right, here,
on
you got me all
bridges.
confused, and that don't take a lot, I understand.
Now, the ones that we inspect, they're not on these are all state bridges, and ours is in the back.
But they're on
Right,
that front sheet
right,
right
but
there.
you got them right
Oh,
here.
okay, okay.
Right here, you're down, and those are all state bridges,
Right,
right? And then your city bridges start here,
yeah,
but they're still rated.
yeah.
So who
That's
rated?
how I fared.
That's you rated,
Yes,
I
yeah.
got you,
I
okay,
think
okay.
you lost me there for a
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the concrete
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
That'd be great.
from what I can see, is solid.
Yeah.
Other than the, two sides that, like.
But there's
the-
13. Is that what you-
13 in the city.
Like the sides where we've been replacing them, like with the rebar sticking
Yeah.
up, we're jackhammering that all.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So the point I'm going around the world to get to,
They are.
Especially when you have semi trucks driving.
when
Your
we
neighborhood, that's all they
replace,
were, all the time.
when we replace one of these bridges, it'll cost $1 million at least, maybe more than that. We don't have a bridge fund, do we?
Just all I got in my budget is bridge repairs, and that's how we're fixing the sides and stuff.
Should we have a bridge fund and somehow just set a little, not a lot, not an exorbitant amount, but you bought a lot of vehicles,
Yeah.
okay? You're in pretty good shape there. So instead of spending money on vehicles in next year's budget, should we put $200,000 in a bridge fund? And then maybe the year after that, put another 100,000 or so.
You could.
And what I think we should start with is if we can put some money aside, let's get somebody to come out and give us an honest rating on it.
Absolutely.
And let's have the real conversation about what's the timing, what's, you know, I mean, and start putting the money, I agree 100%, start putting money over here,
Yeah.
because we know we're gonna need it. But we don't know if we need it this year, next year, 10 years, but if we can get them all rated from a certified person, right, just like T-Dot does with theirs, then we know what we need to start doing. Because to be honest, there's at least 3 or 4 bridges I can think of that even if they were rated excellent, still need to be widened, because you have to stop and let somebody come across in order for you to go across.
Coffee Street's one of those
Well, and then
bridges.
a couple of them, you're gonna have to, like, I don't mean to bring up Shelton Road again,
I
pick on
understand
those
you.
people, but
Yeah.
now, the cost of repairing that bridge is gonna be so much more expensive, because you're gonna have to build it and leave it accessible. There's nowhere else for them to get out.
Well, if we don't have a little fund set back, one of these days, we're gonna have to come up with $2.5 million out of the general fund to fix a bridge.
Well, the other thing is this will tell us, is that a problem 3 years from now
Yeah.
or 15 years from now or?
You know, start looking
Yeah.
at them
So,
and giving us a report on
Yeah.
them, that way we'd understand it more.
So can you find somebody to
Yes.
check them?
Yes, sir.
yeah, I mean, and we'll
I
bring
mean,
that back, and then we'll
yeah.
start deciding on how much we need to put aside and those things, but
Like which
I
one
think
is
it's a great
better
idea.
than other.
Yeah, and then, I like if we got a shot, like a time frame, like, 15
Yeah.
years, 10 years, then when you get closer in 5 years or something, you can start looking at your paving budget to align that, and
Well, I mean, and it'll also help us look at grants and some things that we need to, based on the ratings. They may wanna kick in and help, I don't know, right?
there are ARC grants that come out specifically for bridge repair.
It's been a huge topic statewide the last couple of years, so.
And we just changed our ARC focus a little from sewers for a year or so, and I mean, and start doing some bridge repair, but that's an excellent idea. But I think it starts with getting a certified person to rate them.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
And we'll bring it back.
Okay.
And I don't know how long it'll take them to do it.
Will St. John do it?
More than likely, yeah. Since we're already under the contract with them, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get them to give us a number and figure out what it is. And Christina put that fine book together to give Mark all
She
that
did.
knowledge. and-
I've enjoyed looking at this, Christina. I've
She
learned
did
a
good
lot.
job, yes.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, she said she's gonna be, that'd be awesome.
All right,
That's all I have.
so we don't need to make a motion or anything for that. We just know that's gonna happen.
We'll go ahead and
Yeah.
ask the questions and then we'll come back and ask for more.
Anybody else have anything? Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Welcome, Ryan. I'm sorry, you're new. on
It's
this.
like my third or fourth stint on this committee. so.
I swear, I thought you'd been here every meeting.
This was the first committee I was ever put on that met,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
You know how close you got to being chairman.
I would have voted for it.
You don't know how close y'all came to making a mistake.
I helped you out there.
I would have voted for it. All right, let's make a motion. to
I
adjourn.
move to adjourn.
Second.
Aye. So turn the recording thing off and let's go home.